Hi, Tom Fazzard from New Berlin, Wisconsin with another in my series of business tip videos. These are designed to help you build your business in any number of ways. This particular video, I'm honing in on some suggestions to help you build rapport, or maybe break the ice if need be, with that prospect during your first meeting. Possibly as an ongoing program too with your existing clients. Some great suggestions here for conversation starters. Easy for you to say. And again, you can use just about any time, but particularly with your prospects. They come from this another neat book I have here called 7 Triggers to Yes by Russell Granger. An interesting book, by the way, and you may want to take a look at it. But this section in particular, he lists a number of what he calls triggers that, again, to help establish that rapport with the other person. I'd like to share 7 of them with you. There are about 15 in all. I'll go over these. For example, he starts off with leisure time. Ask, how do you like to spend it? What do you like to do when you're not working so hard? People like to get away, maybe not necessarily out of town, but like to spend their free time doing something. Could be hobbies, other interests. Sometimes you can pick up on these by just looking around the room. But ask about that. People like to talk about what they do in their free time. How about the person's background? Where are you from originally? What brought you here? What brought you to this particular community? Keep in mind too, on any of these topics, if you can find a commonality, work off that. Could be a common interest in, say, hobbies or background, history. Maybe you grew up in the same community. Make sure you leverage that and run with it. The business itself. How did you get started in the business? What's your background? How did you get to be where you are? How did you get to be as successful as you are? Probing a little deeper, get to know that person a little better. You're showing interest in the individual as well, individual as a person. How about the person's education? Where'd you go to school? Any additional schooling, training? What did you major in? And as I said before, if you find some commonality there in college or major, feel free to run with that as well. But the 5th of my series here is travel. People love to travel. Ask about that. Where do you normally travel for business or for pleasure? Where do you like to travel? And if you like, get to talking about the good and the bad. People like to talk about both. You can use that as a good attention getter and conversation starter. Local events is a good category to raise. You as a salesperson should be pretty well tuned into the community that you're working in and trying to sell into, especially if it's your own home community. So you could talk about local events. Could be things like the community, theater, or some hot topics. Here in New Berlin a while ago, a street reconstruction project was real big with one particular neighborhood. Those kinds of topics make good conversation starters. But it also shows that you're plugged into the community, which, as I said, you should be as a salesperson. And finally, how about associations and clubs? You can ask about or talk about service clubs, Rotary, Kiwanis, Lions, maybe the Chamber of Commerce, Zoo Association. Ask about those. Keep in mind that if you do go on that path, you might want to be involved yourself. It helps to be able to talk about it. I'm connected with the Rotary Club of New Berlin, so I often raise that, as well as chambers of commerce in this area. So again, there are 7 good triggers to help establish rapport and build it with your clients and prospects. If you like the entire list out of the book, feel free to drop me a line at tom@tomfazzard.com. Again, tom@tomfazzard.com. Be happy to send you that list and hope that it helps you in your business dealings. This is Tom Fazzard from New Berlin, Wisconsin saying good luck in your business.